Hey, Geralt.
Eskel, I wanted to talk about Deirdre.
Fine, but we should tend to the Kikimores first. We need to destroy their cocoons. The Ard is best for that. It's dark inside, so down a dose of cat.
Let's go.
First chamber is clear. Let's go deeper.
Care to tell me something about Deirdre?
It was about 20 years ago. I rescued Deirdre's father from a gang of Bobalaks. I must have heard too many of Vesemir's stories about the eternal law of surprise.
We've all heard too many of those.
The prince, spattered with Bobalak blood, looked at me and said, "You saved my life, Witcher. As I am your debtor, say what you wish in return." All I could think of was the famous line, "You will give me what you know not that you have." I shall return to Caingorn 6 years from now to see if destiny acted in my favor. I never went back to Caingorn. Then rumors started circulating about the curse of the Black Sun. There was confusion, but that's another story. We have Kikimores to tend to.
All right. but I'll have a few more questions.
One chamber left. Let's take a breather.
What do you know about the curse of the Black Sun?
I did take an interest in it, and even bribed a certain wizard to let me look at documents drafted for the Council of Mages. I took some notes. It seems the mages screwed up as usual. Sabrina Glefisig was chosen to examine the Princess of Cairngorm. It was hatred at first sight. Something about a guy.
Women.
It only got worse. Sabrina concluded she had enough proof to consider Deirdre a cursed mutant and to subject her to real studies. As I'm sure you've guessed, Deirdre had no intention of being examined, not least because she was a princess. She persuaded several of the prince's warriors to get rid of Sabrina. All hell broke loose at the castle in Cairngorm. Many died, and there was some priestess among the corpses.
What did the priestess have to do with anything?
Nothing. From what I know, she landed in the wrong place at the wrong time. After it was all over, Deirdre fled the castle.
And the pursuit continues to this day.
Exactly. I'll give you my notes on the curse when we're done with the Kikimores. Let's get to work. Done deal.
So what'll it be, Eskel? What do we do with Deirdre?
I really don't know, Geralt. I understand Vesemir's viewpoint, but I'm not keen on surrendering the girl to the sorceress. I expect she'd meet an unpleasant end.
You have to make this decision on your own.
I know, though at this point the matter concerns you as well. It concerns all the Witchers.
Fine, we'll consider it. Give me the notes and let's get out of here.
Witcher? Witcher?
I've heard nothing to convince me that the girl is cursed. What proof can you offer?
Quite a bit. All the girls born soon after the eclipse were discovered to be inclined towards cruelty, aggressive, prone to attacks of wrath and wildness.
Were any attempts made to lift the curse?
Indeed, using higher magic. All girls subjected to it merely perished.
That discredits you mages, not the girls. I guess only the dead were dissected?
Not only. They continued to rampage, and a decision was made to eliminate all. Many were eliminated. All were dissected. One underwent vivisection.
You mages can really be impudent. Inclined towards cruelty, you say? Sabrina, there will come a day when people will come after you.
I don't think so, for mages were protecting humans. The mutants would have drowned entire lands in blood. Yet you were right in some sense. We changed our tactics. Instead of killing them, we decided to isolate and study them. Special towers were erected, designed to quell the mutants' magic abilities.
And to avoid being locked away, princesses fled. Maybe they just couldn't believe your intentions were noble when they learned of the vivisections and assassinations.
True, to some extent. Yet the penchant that princes developed for rescuing princesses in towers was our real bane. The young ones who had little to lose were especially determined. Fortunately, most fell and broke their necks.
Not all, though. Many girls escaped, and now they seek revenge.
In brief, yes.
You must be bored out here.
Well, in truth, the valley provides little in the way of diversion for the civilized, and my illusory boy is no longer as entertaining as he used to be.
You could get Briggs' men to put on a show.
I said diversion for the civilized. I prefer some cultured conversation. If you lack words at the moment, I could request something more pertinent to the witcherly profession. I require some materials for my research.
Materials?
I wish to study the wolves that lurk about the campsite. I need a vital organ, let's say the liver. 20 of them. In exchange, I will give you a sword that I in turn received from one of my lovers. I believe you'll make good use of it.
Fine. I'll get you the samples you want.
That's kind. You're much nicer than that boor Lambert.
I have the livers you asked for.
Be an angel and place them on the vivisection table. I'll tend to them soon. And here is the sword I mentioned. It's a bit dusty, but sharp as ever.
Thanks.
No, thank you. I didn't expect such kindness from one who would gladly drive me away from Kaer Morhen.
I'm hoping we can resolve this other matter.
So, ulterior motives. Did you believe I would forget my plans in gratitude for your assistance?
It's not like that. I just thought that two reasonable people might be able to figure out their differences.
Geralt, I will not back down nor agree to any compromise. I want the girl. I want to eliminate the threat she represents.
I can't meditate with a fire out. Seems I have to light it first.
Wolf, gather as much information as you can.
Thanks, Wolf. Of course, I could have managed on my own.
No problem.
Wolf,
What's your take on all this?
let's show that dandy and his witch what can happen when you threaten witchers. Call it a lesson in respect.
So you think we should get involved?
They came here, leaving us no choice. It would be cowardly to back down. Have you thought about how Eska will feel if we give up the girl?
I'm trying to get some perspective on everything.
Wolf,
See you later.
Wolf.
I think it's time we decided.
We need to figure out what to do with Deirdre and her brother. Eskel wants everyone to say their piece. This concerns our safety and Kaer Morhen. A mistake could cost us dearly.
Let's do this.
I'll start. I think we should stay out of this, meaning we can no longer shelter the girl. The reason is simple. If we meddle and Sabrina informs Henselt, Kedwen will be off-limits to us for decades.
Lambert?
I don't really care for Deirdre, but I detest the fact that some blue blood who rules Three Coal Hills comes here demanding obedience. This is Kaer Morhen. Royal authority doesn't extend here. I think we need to drive away the noble and the sorceress.
What about you, Eskel?
I'm torn. I understand Vesemir. On the other hand, I owe the girl. I feel some kind of bond. I'm incapable of being objective. I'd like to hear your opinion, Wolf.
I'm with Vesemir. We can't meddle. We need to be neutral.
Geralt.
Sorry, Eskel. That's what I believe.
All right. I'll go tell her.
Geralt, go with him. Not likely to be an easy conversation.
I'll go. I'd love a fight.
Lambert, this is serious. I'll go with Eskel.
We'll join you in a bit.
Geralt?
Deirdre, we spoke to Vesemir and Lambert. You must leave.
You've made your choice. I expected as much, though I had hoped.
You don't understand.
Deirdre, we can't put Kaer Morhen at risk. They hardly love us as it is, and King Hensel can be irritable.
So, you have chosen the lesser evil. The problem is, it is not the lesser evil to me. You have betrayed me like all who I ever trusted, like my father, like Roban.
Eskel,
You'll pay for this.
Deirdre, we won't give you up to the sorceress, but you can't stay at Kaer Morhen. Listen, please.
No, Eskel, it is too late. You have made your choice and must endure the consequences.
Eskel, watch out!
What happened?
We need a magic healer. Eskel was cut across his face and stabbed in the gut. He'll be dead in 15 minutes.
I'll need an hour to unlock the laboratory, release all the traps.
I'll try to bring Sabrina here.
Where's Deirdre?
She cut up Eskel, summoned the Archospores, and fled.
Impressive for a young woman.
What happened? I sensed a change in the aura and got here as fast as I could. Where's the girl?
She attacked us and fled.
How could you let that happen? We must find her.
We need to help Eskel first. He's seriously wounded. You need to use your magic.
I could, of course, but why should I? This never would have happened if you had listened to me.
Sabrina, please help him.
Very well. But you must promise me something in exchange. You should have no trouble doing so after what happened here. You must pledge that none of you will impede my search for her. That's not too much to ask for the life of one of the last remaining witches, is it?
We can't give you our word, and not because we don't want to. Eskel is bound to Deirdre by the law of surprise. It's his decision. We cannot make it for him.
I'll be satisfied if you stop meddling, and if you advise Eskel likewise, should he ask.
I can promise you neither. And take my advice, Sabrina. Don't scoff at destiny.
I don't believe in destiny, Witcher. What is more, I think you're a fool to measure your friend's life against some convoluted ideology. Have it your way, and know that I intended to help him from the start.
Why the games, then?
I wish to test your belief in that nonsense. Now I must get to work. I doubt destiny alone can cure this fool. I've done all I can now. In a few days he'll be like new. I cannot remove the scar, it's his for good.
Thank you, Sabrina.
Yes, thanks. And I'm sorry. I had my doubts that you would help.
Actually, Sabrina has her conditions.
Explain.
Sabrina wanted us to promise we would leave the matter to her. I refused.
And yet I healed you in spite of that. I trust I will not come to regret it.
Your decision, Eskel.
I'm truly grateful. But I understand that destiny cannot be denied. I can't make you any promises.
Be warned, Witcher. The girl can only bring death. You refuse to relinquish her, so the blood she will inevitably shed will stain your hands.
Don't worry about us. We tend to our own matters.
Sabrina Glevisig, we are ever so grateful for your selfless assistance, but there's nothing more to be said, and our Witcher's duty calls.
Enough, I think I understand. And trust we shall never meet again. Farewell, Witchers.
Deirdre had to leave. We couldn't afford to risk Kaer Morhen. A Witcher is no fairy tale prince. The princess should have looked elsewhere for someone to save her. A Witcher doesn't meddle in the disputes of the nobly born. He remains neutral. Sometimes neutrality exacts a high price. For the next 2 years, Deirdre terrorized southern Kedwen. The bounty on her increased over time. Stories of her cruelty spread far and wide, beyond the Yaruga River. They say she was finally slain by a man with a terribly scarred face. They also say he never claimed the reward.
The Witchers never again spoke of Deirdre. Though none ever forgot her, each carrying her memory in his heart.